Now, I recently did a video on how to handle a smear campaign, as initiated by a narcissist. This person is going behind your back, telling people, all kinds of things, lies, exaggerations, BS. All right. But in this video, I want to talk about how to handle disrespect one on one, And before I say this, look, I don't have any illusions that I'm some guru or that I have all the answers. I'm just giving you one perspective and maybe a little food for thought, maybe just a different way of looking at things. So I don't think I'm the Dalai Lama or some shit. I don't imagine that, but I'm pretty good at reading people, and I think if you can read people, you should give people game on reading people. So that's what this is. So how to handle one-on-one disrespect. So there's this girl that I was hanging out with, kind of off and on. I was hanging out with this girl. She's slightly older than me, attractive. I was attracted to her. I was attracted to her. That she was attracted to me. Um, Wires got crossed, and it just was a thing that didn't work out, right? Um, but we had a good friendship, flirtationship, whatever it was. Um, so fast forward to like a few weeks into knowing her, right? We all went to a party, and this guy showed up to the party. This party was at her place, and he tried to slip her a roofie, right? She didn't want the drink because she felt like the guy was a creep. She set it down. She didn't say anything. I drank the drink. So I ended up getting roofied. I crashed out. I puked at her pad. It wasn't a good situation. I felt horrible in the morning, but again, I've been roofied. I've been drugged. I know it wasn't for me, but it still hit me, right? So that was a very embarrassing moment, embarrassing to, pass out like that and all the other shit. And when I saw her again after that, I paid for any damages I caused. She had to get her carpet cleaned or whatever. And I was like, look, I got some money I want to give you, and I want to replace anything that may have been damaged. I apologize, because I like fell over. It was a whole thing, right? And she was like, no, it's fine. And she was like, we're square. We're good. And, I don't even want to talk about it anymore because I know it embarrassed you. And I was like, yeah, it was real embarrassing, but I really felt bad that, you don't come into people's homes and cause problems. So I was I felt like, wow, look at my conduct. But long story short, she goes, no, it's fine. It's good. Everything's fine, right? After that, okay, and I have to say all this just so you get the full context of it. We hang out again. We link up. She's got a boyfriend at this point, but it's cool. I'm happy to she's just fun to talk to as a person, right? Now, her boyfriend is this big shot DJ, and his ex-girlfriend was in town, right? So he's hanging out, doing something with her, and now she's feeling insecure. The girl that I'm kicking it with, she's feeling insecure about her boyfriend being out and possibly hanging out with this girl, right? So she comes to me. I didn't know about this drama. I found out about this drama afterward. She comes to me and she's like, hey, let's go to the after hour spot and do XYZ, right? And I was like, yeah, all right, cool. Whatever, right? So we go there, and she immediately leaves me, right? She takes off, she goes wherever she goes. And I'm like texting her, like, what the fuck? I don't really do the after hour spot. It's kind of scummy, lots of scummy people there. But, I was like, I thought we were kicking it. She takes off. It dawns on me after I hear a few things. Oh, the boyfriend is out with someone. She just wants people to see that she left with me and went somewhere. She didn't really want to hang out. She wanted to use me, okay? So I'm getting to the point, right? I don't like that. Don't use me for shit. I don't want to be a part of nothing unless I know what's happening. Don't use me for fucking thing. Don't use me for anything. So what I did to her, and this is a fun thing to watch. What I did to her was I withdrew my attention. The next time I saw her, like usually when I would see her, it would be like hugs and cuddles and whatever. Now that I saw her, or now that when I see her, I give her this. Fist bump. Fist bump. Let's say her name is Brittany, right? That's not her name, but let's say her name is Brittany. When I see her, I'm not like, hey, Brittany, how you doing? I'm like, what's up, B. Brittany? Like, I play with her. I treat her like a homeboy. I treat her like a homeboy. That's what I do. I treat her like a buddy. She's losing her fucking mind because she feels that because she knows she violated. Most people in this world don't know how to apologize or own up for their behavior, but she is feeling the weight of me withdrawing my attention, withdrawing my kindness, not going out of my way. Oh, if I walk in the room and I see her, jumping up to greet her and shit, that's over. That's over. You getting fucking fist pounds and head nods. You're a guy to me now. So she's feeling that, right? So let me get to the point. You're like, what the fuck is he talking about? So the other night, like 2 nights ago, this band called the Buttertones played at our local little, venue. And they came back and they were hanging out with everybody. And I was talking to these guys. I ended up talking to these guys from the band. And we were all outside shooting the shit. She sees me. She sees them. She wants to join us, right? She comes and joins us. She's doing everything she can outside of doing cartwheels and back fucking kicks and shit to get my attention. Trying so hard to get my attention. I'm not ignoring her. I'm just not giving her as much as she's used to again. So I'm not being fucked up. I'm not being cruel. I'm just not giving her as much as she's used to from me. Your attention is so powerful. And that's not just with women. That's with men, women, whatever. If you were dealing with somebody at a certain level and you switch it up, people do notice it. But I digress. So she's doing cartwheels, trying to get, fucking trying to get my peripheral vision and shit. I'm talking to these guys, cracking jokes. Everybody's laughing. We're backslapping, high-fiving, having a good time. She brings up the story about me fucking crashing out at her pad. She's like, yeah, and you puked all over my carpet. And she's doing this. I could see her looking to see, you're going to be embarrassed. She knows that's a story that was very shameful for me. So I see her as she's telling me the story or telling the whole group the story, bringing it up out of nowhere too. There was no context in which that story made sense. But I could see I'm looking at her without even looking at her. I could see that she wanted me to feel some kind of way, to feel bad, to feel negative. And this is the lesson. This is what I want to tell you in this video. Never give people who want to hurt you what they want. What I was supposed to do in that moment was be like, oh man, she's talking about that. And put my head down and be scared and, oh, what are these guys going to think? Right? That's an embarrassing moment. Everybody's had too much to drink and done some embarrassing shit. That was my embarrassing moment, okay? She was holding on to that. That was her trump card. She thought she had me. She didn't have me. This is what I did. I leaned into it. And I turned it into me telling the story. She was like, yeah, and he puked. I was like, yeah, I puked everywhere, dude. Puked everywhere. Fell in the fucking bathtub. Woke up. I mean, I've never been roofied before. It was a crazy experience. I don't recommend it. And they're laughing, they're dying. These guys think I'm the funniest guy in the world. It was a lot funnier when I said it then. Plus, we had a few of us. So what she tried to do was use something to disempower me. I took it, I flipped it, and I used it in such an effective way that it became me telling a funny story rather than her telling an embarrassing story about me. That is how you handle one-on-one disrespect. You don't have to get mad. You don't have to yell. You don't have to do nothing. Some of the best things you could do is nothing. Or one of the best things that you could do for any situation is nothing. When people disrespect you, they're looking to see pain and hurt on your face. The best thing you can do in this world is keep your face neutral. Or if you got to do something with your face, smile. They don't expect that. You got to kill them with kindness. Never ever let somebody use something and have any assurance that that's going to constantly be a source of kryptonite for you. You could say anything about me, I'm going to lean on it. Yeah, God, I did fall down. Yeah, I slipped on that banana peel. Wow, that was a doozy. Man, yeah, hit my head too, went to sleep. Best nap I've had in years, man. Lean on that shit. Always do that. Now, there are some times when you got to be direct and let people know you're not playing with them. And I think those times are pretty obvious. It's obvious if somebody puts their hands on you, that's inappropriate. It's obvious if somebody gets a little too insulting. that's inappropriate, I would even say in that instance, just walk away. Let them deal with their bullshit. Let them think about their bullshit. But there are times when you got to be direct. But in this time, I just had to school her and let her know, bitch, that doesn't matter to me. I don't care about you telling this story. I don't care about your opinion any longer. Your opinion is null and void when you use me to make your man jealous. Your opinion is null and void when you see me talking to a new group of people and you're trying to embarrass me in front of these people because you feel some kind of way because I did nothing to you except say hi with a little less enthusiasm. And now you're trying to get some power back. There is no getting power back with me. I will decide. I will decide what affects me. And I will never ever tell you because clearly you can't be trusted. Lean into any insult somebody tries to give you. Lean into it. They don't know what to fucking do. It'll make their fucking heads explode. Lean into it. Take the power away. Always take their power away. Never give them your power. Your power is your response.